nice to see all of you here on TikTok. It's been a little bit since we have... Oh, sorry. Let me get my plug up. I just realized I'm running out of juice. So anyways, guys, it's nice to see you. Sandy, Kelly, hello. Hello. We're discussing the case as we have been for many months. The case of Sebastian Rogers. And all of the changes going on in his case. He was 15 years old when he disappeared from inside his locked home in Hendersonville, Tennessee, and hasn't been seen or heard from since. We are literally 5 days away from his 1-year milestone of being missing. And the last person that saw this child was his mother. Prior to that, they were at the Texas Roadhouse. So independently, February 25th, around 6:22 p.m. was the last time any third party has seen Sebastian at all. Now, there's been a lot of details up front that has now been shut off. Law enforcement hasn't communicated about this case in a really, really long time. I think the last time we've had any contact from law enforcement was back in April of 2024. Again, almost a year ago. So I'm very curious to see what law enforcement has to say on his 1-year milestone, but to get on with some other information related to his case. We learned that there is a group of people that have been kind of incited or elicited for help from the mom and stepfather. Now, we've learned also through the grapevine, and this is allegedly, and in my opinion, the unscrupulous PI has been fired from this case. I threw that out shortly after his Lore Lodge interview. I heard through the grapevine that the family, especially after the photos of the back of their house started surfacing, was highly upset and asked the unscrupulous PI to discontinue services or not to speak on their behalf. I'm unclear about the circumstances surrounding it. All I know is he no longer represent or is a part of that from everything I've learned. Now, when I put that out a week or so ago, he came back and he wanted to call me a flop at a life and all this other nonsense, projecting, not really defending the statement. He just wanted to trash me and, for reputational issues, but never really supported the fact that we've learned he's been fired. And since then has made no real comments about the case other than the RICO aspect of the case. Many of you know that me as well as other people have sued some people, and at the end of the day, I can't really talk about those discussions or anything going on with that at the advice of counsel, but he is a part of all of that because of how he's intimidated people. Now, we learned that he had some type of communication with the house that dropped the lights video. That's the leaked video from... Sorry, Delilah just had a bath and she's shaking every 5 seconds. So, yes, Ferret Mom, that is the unscrupulous PI. I don't plug people on my channel, especially people that aren't good. If I plug you, you're a good channel, and I want my audience to know your name and know who you are, right? But long story short, he manufactured reports and he released a photo and doctored it. And then when he was caught, people were calling him out for putting the gray line. It sounded like one of his team members decided to go in there and smear all the windows and then realized that they smeared all the windows and tried to go back out there and draw them in, which was really crazy. So we caught them modifying an image, literally modifying and altering an image that was released to the public. And I had just had enough. So I don't plug him. I don't have anything to do. He's just, he's bad. He's bad. And many of you know Hindsight 2002 on this platform. And there was a lights video that was leaked by Nick Barris that a few people helped enhance One of these videos was a person walking toward a car. I believe that was from that section. You'll have to look at hindsight 2002 on this platform or on YouTube. I think she drops both in both places, so you should be able to easily corroborate this. Anyways, she was able to enhance the video. And when I say enhance, it doesn't mean anything on the video or the photo are altered. It means that they're zooming in on certain aspects and utilizing highlights and lowlights and filters and exposure to lift certain things that you can't see kind of to the surface. And that's all that was done here. And so I didn't understand how she thought Sebastian, or we shouldn't even consider this Sebastian, we could just consider it a blob because that's what we see on camera. How they think this blob is positioned on the person moving in the video. And so when I reached out to her, she kind of drew this. And so this was a couple weeks ago when this started, kind of breaking on social media. Well, just recently, somebody had found an old photo of Chris with a very, very large and very, very heavy dog. And, you don't really make heads or tails of this stuff, honestly. You try to do your best, but you don't really have anything to kind of plug in or, see visually. But as soon as I saw this, which just kind of started circulating the last couple days, it really reminded me of the drawing that Hindsight sent to me about what she thought the blob was. Hey, Mama Rissa, it's nice to see you. Mama Rissa was also another one that helped very much so in discovering that the photo had that the unscrupulous PI and crew had put out was modified and altered. Because we were looking into it and starting to enhance some stuff and, zoom in on a few things. And we can't utilize it. Once an image is compromised, it's compromised. It's no longer useful. Even if there was something there to see, it can't be used. We can't pick and choose what we want to believe in an altered image and what we don't want to believe in an altered image. The bottom line is once that image is compromised, there is nothing useful that can come of it. So now you have to disregard it. So we're only back to the stuff that we can corroborate and can source back to where it came from. And that comes back to the leaked videos of the lights in the common area. And that's where this was enhanced. But for us, we typically take screenshots and enhance from the screenshot. This was one that Hindsight was able to enhance and bring as a video. So you could literally see this person walking with this blob in the common area. We have an interview this evening, an exclusive interview in the Sebastian Rogers case. I hope you guys come over and see that interview. It's at 8 p.m. tonight, Eastern Standard Time, on my YouTube channel, Bullhorn Betty. But it's just going to give us a little more insight into the Sebastian Rogers case, especially at the beginning of the case. Hey, BMW, it's nice to see you, love. I hope you're doing well. But it will give us a little insight about what was going on at the beginning of this case and brought us to where we are today. So it's going to be a lot of great information. And I truly, truly, truly hope you guys come over at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube to see and support that interview. We also have, the bottom line is every single person that the mom and stepdad have put around them have been people that don't mind breaking the law. They are people that are easily manipulated because they have substance abuse or mental abuse issues, or mental issues, some type of issues going on with them. And so they're easily controlled and manipulated. And then you have an unscrupulous PI that was working hand in hand. And I've got to say, the behaviors of the unscrupulous PI do mimic a lot of the behaviors of the stepfather that we're looking at when it comes here and comes to this case. And we have this team of misfits that are trying to sue an innocent father. At the end of the day, let's face it, Seth Rogers is innocent of anything to do with his son. He's not from the area. He's only been there, a little over a year at the time his son disappeared. He was just learning the area that he was in. His son wasn't with him. He was at work. He passed a public polygraph test. The illusion that he has anything to do with his son's disappearance is misguided. Wholly misguided. But there are people that would rather trash him for stuff that happened 8 years ago to deflect from the stuff that was happening inside this child's home as soon as the 25th of February. We weren't wanting to look at that. Caitlin, the 25th is my birthday too. Oh, well, happy birthday, y'all. It kind of sucks being on the day that it is, but happy birthday. I hope you guys find some joy that day. So they insulate themselves with people that have substance abuse, mental health issues, and don't mind breaking the law. Just true fact, violent felons that they want to insulate themselves with. And every single person that came into this case on the behalf or asked to by the father have been intimidated, harassed, threatened with bodily harm, threatened with, their location, their private location doxed in real time, things happening to their vehicles. And it seems like every time anybody goes out to help the mom and stepdad, do not have these issues. It's only the people that are out there helping look for Sebastian at the request of the father. When Nick the Hat and Dog the Bounty Hunter came in, we thought it would be great. A national platform, somebody that is well known, worldwide known, like this was supposed to be a good thing. And what do you know? The berating, the hating, the intimidation, the outright threats. They've now said that somebody sent them an email saying that they have a bounty on their head, $100,000 bounty on their head to take them out. We're looking for a child here. Why should anybody have a bounty on them? So I've been floored with this case from the beginning, but because they're doing what they're doing, I know we're barking up the right tree, because who the heck would do all this if we were misguided and misled? So we definitely are striking a nerve with at least this hired hit team of people. We went over some information this morning, and oh my gosh, if you guys have not hit up my live, you're going to want to hear about this disgusting. You want to talk about law enforcement corruption? We brought the receipts for law enforcement corruption. And we talked about the Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers case, but I have never in my life dealt or saw to the level of corruption the case that we covered this morning had. So I hope you all get over there and see that. And lastly, before we end this live, I wanted to remind everybody that there is a child missing, and he is loved. His name is Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. He's 5 foot 5 inches tall. He might be a little taller now. He's been gone for a year, so he might even have facial hair at this point, right? He's been missing for almost a year. He's got brown hair to dirty blonde hair and brown eyes. He wears those dark frame glasses that you see right up here. And he has an amazing smile. Such a handsome man, huh? Such a handsome man. And we need to find him, but more importantly, we're all coming together. We're all coming together on March first, and this is open to anybody that is there for Sebastian and wants to put their hands together to pray for his safe return home. This will be taking place in Hendersonville, Tennessee at 2 p.m. and it's going to be at the Celebration of Life Church off of Forest Retreat Road. So if that's something that you guys would like to come to, it's going to be on Saturday at 2 p.m. I hope to see everybody there. We're there for prayers for Sebastian. Okay, we're there for prayers to bring him home safely. While we all have our opinions of what could have and may have happened to Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, at the end of the day, he has not been found and we do not know. There are good theories out there. One is a custodial interference theory. And while that does, have a lot of checks in the right mark, we also have the foul play aspect of this, which also has check marks in the right box. So this case could go either way. While I have my very, very, very strong opinion, I also am a realist, and the bottom line is he hasn't been found. So we have hope. And that's where we would like to dwell in this case, is in that place of hope. So if you're also hopeful for Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, please come out and join us. This is going to be a love fest and a prayer fest for a beautiful or handsome young man and a beautiful soul that we're going to be praying on. And we're going to pray that he ventures his way back home. So anyways, guys, I really do appreciate all your time, all of your dedication to Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. Please don't forget, there's a $250,000 reward for his safe return or the successful prosecution of those responsible for his disappearance. And I got to tell you, $250,000, that's life-changing money. That is life-changing money. That's taking you from a very uncomfortable place and putting you on a solid foundation. So if you have any information that could help this young man, please come forward today. You can reach out to 1-800-TBI-FIND or call 833-TELL-DOG. You guys all take care, rock it out with your coffee beans out, and I hope to see you at 8 p.m. on YouTube for our exclusive interview related to the Sebastian Rogers case. God bless.